Hey, it's Sandy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about foundations. I'm going to talk about the foundations that I have. And then I'm going to put my foundation in, and we're going to do a little bit of a chatty video. You're not going to see me do all my makeup, but I just was going to put my foundation on. I just thought this would be a good time to talk about foundations and what to look for with your skin type. I have oily combo skin. I have both, so I have to be really careful about the foundations that I use. It does look nice to have a dewy finish at our age, but we don't want to look oily. One of the foundations that I really like is this one. This is from IT Cosmetics. This is the Bye Bye foundation. It has SPF of 50, but always make sure that you are applying a sunscreen to your face before you use this. I just think of this as like an extra bonus, but always make sure you put a sunscreen on, because this is going to wear off your face as the day goes on. Always make sure that you're well covered. But this works really well, in my opinion, on combo skin. I don't know that I would use this on oily skin. If you just have oily skin or really heavily oily skin, I would not recommend it. But I would recommend it on normal, dry, and combo skin. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is a nice foundation for a full coverage. If you want to knock it down a little bit, still use this. Get more of a serum type of foundation, just use this along with a couple drops of your serum. So if you have marula oil is a really good one to use. Jojoba oil is another one. Argan oil is another oil that you can use. Just a drop or two with this is beautiful. Don't do it if you have really oily skin. If you have combo skin, you can do that. If you have dry skin, you can do that. Another foundation that I really enjoy using is the Chanel Perfection Luminaire. I love this. I was using this all the time. This is my summer foundation. This is really great for me. Looks like your skin, but better. I wouldn't say that these are foundations that look like your skin or better. You can apply them really lightly, blend them in, but I really feel like this one just makes your skin look better. It just will help even out your skin tone, but it doesn't make it look like you have makeup on. One more that I use, and these are the ones that I have in my rotation. The other one that I have that I really enjoy is the one from Shiseido. This is a BB cream. It doesn't have a big color selection, and I don't think this one does either, so that's the bad thing about these two for sure. I wish they had a bigger color selection. I hate that they don't. I think this one only has 3 or 4 in it, which is ridiculous. I usually don't have a hard time finding something that works for my skin because I am pale. I'm definitely on the lighter side of the scale. I really enjoy this one as well. It has an SPF of 50 in it, and again, it just is a nice light out the door. Like if you just want to use this to kind of even out your skin tone, just make it look like your skin but better, I definitely would recommend this if you can get your skin tone in that one. I'm going to use my Double Wear, and I am just going to give you some tips on applying your foundation. I either put it on the back of my hand like that, or I would put it on my beauty blender. Today I put it on the back of my hand, so you can do either. I take this, and this isn't a beauty blender, by the way. This is the Sigma, I think it's called the 3D sponge, and I apply my foundation like this. You don't want to ever use a lot of foundation. I feel like I might have put too much on my hand. Even with something like this, this is going to be a full coverage too, so you definitely don't want to use too much. One of the mistakes people make when they're putting on their foundation is they just put too much on and they don't blend. You really have to take the time to blend. Now, I do not apply my foundation underneath my eyes because it'll just settle into my eyes. I've already applied my concealer. I use the Effescerins. I also did a little color correcting on it. And I will get a little bit around my nose, but I really don't like to put it on my nose because if I do, it just comes off. If you have dry skin, if you have dry patchy skin, don't use a makeup brush to apply your makeup. You're just exfoliating it and you're kicking up all that dry skin, and then when you put your foundation on, it's going to look worse. You really want to pat it on like this using a sponge. And always make sure you blend it down by your neck I like to get by my mirror and I really like to look close up, and I want to make sure that indeed my makeup looks blended. All foundation really does is it just should even out your skin tone. That's all it should do. Anywhere where you have larger pores, that's another thing that a beauty blender or a makeup sponge is really good for, is really pressing in. I have larger pores, I don't know why, by my scar. So I will push this in, and then I have some on my chin. And I will make sure I really push the makeup in those areas. Then if I have any concealing to do, I will conceal it. Now there's different concealers that you can use to conceal. One of the concealers that I really love to use is this one from Kat Von D. This is the Lock-It. I cannot use this under my eyes because it just settles into every single line of mine, and I just find it to be too drying. But this works really good if I wanted to put on a scar, if I had a zit, pimple, or whatever. This works really well. Another one that I really like, and I've shared this before in here, and I've actually been using this on my nose as well, is the Color Science Color Corrector palette. I love this palette. So it comes with this little brush here, which I don't use. I did when I first got it. I don't use it anymore. But you have all these colors in here, and all of those colors help correct different things. If you have green undertones, you have red, you have purple, it helps to correct that. I use this IT Cosmetics brush, this double-ended one, and I will take it. These are the two that I use because these are going to get rid of the redness that I have. And I have a little bit of redness on my nose. I will use the other end, and I will get like that little red spot there. I will get my scar. I will get this little red little guy there. Do you see how it like cancels it out? See right there, still that one's still not wanting to go away. So see how my foundation is blended in, and where I use that powder, it doesn't look all powdery. Even on my nose, it doesn't look powdery. If you want to create a little bit of a dewy look, like I said, you can add a serum into your foundation and it'll give you an all over dewy look. But if you just want it in a little area, you just want a little bit of dewiness on your cheeks, this is what you can do. One thing you can do is you can apply this, and I'm going to use both of these things. So you can apply a little bit of this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. And you're supposed to put this on all under your foundation and put this on top, but I just didn't feel like it did enough for me. I use it as highlighter instead. And when I highlight, I like to highlight right up here, the highest point of my cheek, and right there. And no, I did not powder yet. We're going to get to the powder. Sometimes I powder before, sometimes I don't, but I'm not going to use a lot of powder today. You'll see what I'm going to do. See where I put that? Right on the sides there and there. Then I take my sponge, and now I'm going to blend it and just kind of tap it and blend it. And it just creates this really pretty glow. Do you see my cheek, how it's glowy? But it's not glittery. I don't like glitter highlighters on anybody personally. That's just my preference. I just like something that's really, really light like this and just makes it look dewy. And you want to put it at the highest point there because it's going to lift your cheek up. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of this. This is from ColourPop. This is Lunch Money. I am loving this lately. Today I'm going to use a different brush. I do have another brush that I like to use. I have a Sigma brush, but I also have this one from IT Cosmetics. I use different brushes all the time. I'm going to take this, and it's a cream, but I can apply it even with a brush. So I will just take some off. Then right on top of there, really lightly, I'll just buff it. Okay, so you see the difference between that? So I kind of kicked it up a notch. I'm going to do the same thing with this other side, really lightly. I'm just leaving it on there and just bringing it up like that. on the high part of my cheek. Just lifts your face up, brightens you up, but it's not too much. It's not like somebody's gonna walk up to you and go, wow, you have a lot of highlighter on your face. I like to powder my face. Now, if you're someone that doesn't like to because you feel like it's too drying for you, I really feel like this is a powder that works for everybody. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter airbrushed powder. I love this. If you don't want to powder all your face, and I would recommend not, because we don't want to get that area there where we just highlighted. So we're going to get this powder a little bit on my forehead, just a little bit here, and a little bit down here on my chin. But I'm not going to powder that area. I'm going to leave it because I like having that dewy look. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. That is it. That is how I apply my foundation. I really hope that these tips were helpful to you. Again, this is pretty much my everyday look for me. I don't ever want somebody to come up to me and just see my makeup. You really want your makeup to look, even though it's makeup, and I hate to use the word natural, but you want your makeup to look as natural as possible. And I think it's more important for us mature ladies to make it look like that too. I think the heavier we wear makeup, the more it ages us. And I know everybody has different opinions on it, but I'm just sharing mine. I just really think that the more we wear, especially with a foundation, if it looks too cakey, it looks like we're wearing too much makeup. It just does, and I think it makes us look older. So I try to do the best that I can and make it look as natural as possible. You can see that. And always adding a little bit of a glow really makes us, brightens up our face and makes us look more alive. I know a couple of years ago, everybody was into the contour thing, and I kind of got mixed into that. I really think that even on younger people, I think that's okay for maybe an event or something like that, but it's just a very heavy makeup look. And I think on photograph it looks nice, I think on video it looks nice, but on everyday, if you're standing next to somebody, because I've been around people like that in person that have really overdone it on a contour, that's all you see. I want somebody to see me and not my makeup. And so these tips should help you when you're applying your makeup to make it look like it's you and it's not the makeup. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really hope that it was helpful and informative. Please make sure you share my videos, helps my channel grow. Also, click that button below, hit the subscribe button. I share new videos every single week. And also click that notification bell too, because anytime I share a new video, you'll be notified. Always leave me a comment. I always love commenting back to you. And again, thank you so much for all of your support. It means so much to me. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. It means a lot to me, more than you will ever know. So thank you so much. I will see you all real soon. Bye.